Someone in the chat asked if I'd do a Godfather monologue to wrap it up. All right,
so
sure.
Should
we let
Sounds
that?
good.
We'll
Don't you know
lights?
that I would never let that happen? That I would never let you take them?
Local recording has ended.
Okay, it's a really good scene. You'll never see it.
I've seen the movie. It was done better.
Oh, okay, do the monologue. Yeah, you don't remember. You don't remember
movie's
shit.
better.
He mastered it.
Movie's better.
I did it better.
Oh,
I will.
Garrett, I forgot about that.
I
When we
didn't.
went to those classes.
That he mastered a monologue?
I mastered it.
Mastered
I forgot
it.
about Garrett mastering those classes he was going to.
Yeah.
Whatever happened with that?
He mastered it.
Yeah, you know the end of the story.
Was that just the end of it?
That was it.
Nothing else came about?
A friend wanted me to go with her to these acting classes, and I was like, I've never taken any acting classes, but I've been doing this shit with you guys for years.
Sure.
And years before that, I did it with all my skater friends, and then I just went for like two or three of them.
Theater.
Yeah.
And they were for like stage acting.
Right.
I don't know why that got me so
Hey.
funny. Skater theater.
The skate videos we
Well,
made
fiber.
were awesome.
I did acting with all my skater friends. Yeah, it sounds top
Yeah,
tier.
We did all
fucking
these cool
shredded
skits.
and then did like fucking monologues.
That's where my camera background comes from.
My dad built a half pipe and we just did fucking one act.
Yeah,
I mastered the ollie, and
did
then
like-
I moved on.
It was Shellfish and
We
Shakespeare
do like
nonstop.
Shakespeare and then bust a kickflip. Fucking Neil Simon on the vert ramp.
So all the classes...
Waiting for fucking Godot all night.
All the classes, it was like cheap. We found it online. They were super into stage acting, and I really couldn't apply it to
Skating?
what we did. No, at this point, we were doing like post version 3 stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I couldn't apply it to anything we were doing. And there were a bunch of people in the class that like really slowed the fucking class down. Like there were guys that did not speak English,
Learning how to act.
trying to read a fucking scene out of a play. It would take 20 minutes, and the class is only an hour. And it was like, hey, I don't mean to... This is very sensitive, because, of course, anyone can apply for a class, but this guy's inhibiting the fucking learning process here.
Oh, racist.
It's okay.
Oh my god.
It's,
No,
I
the best though was we asked how it was going. You went, I mastered it, and you weren't joking. Like
Yeah, it was-
you
I was so
mastered,
far above
you
and beyond that
mastered
fucking class.
acting. You went to 3 classes. I mastered it, and you were done. That's so.
No, I
fucking great.
mastered
To
that
be
monologue
fair, yeah.
from...
He did the monologue from Apocalypse Now,
Yeah.
and did it exactly how the actor did it in the movie.
Saigon.
Therefore, it could get no better.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It was
It
deep,
was
it
movie
throaty,
quality.
typical.
Why should Garrett put his own interpretation on it? It was a
I also did the
duplicate of the
Chuli's
film.
gum rant from Clerks on like the second class, so it was...
Did
master.
you really do that?
I did. I did 2 monologues, and they're like, why'd you switch? You should do the same monologue again. I was like, no, I mastered it.
The Chuli's gum guy. I mastered this monologue from a $20,000 movie filmed in 1994.
Wait, I'm sorry. Was the first one you mastered from Apocalypse Now?
Yeah.
And then the second one was Chuli's Gum.
I was trying to apply a comedic element to it because it was so fucking boring in that class.
Comedy and tragedy.
Dude, and it was at the dead of summer in some high school after hours.
Oh,
It
dude.
was fucking brutal.
It is funny though
But I
how.
went with my friend for like probably 8 classes. It was
But
more than
dude,
3.
in all honesty, it's funny though how some people will really wreck those classes. Like not even that they're like assholes or anything, but some people are into it so much they wreck it.
You know, yeah.
And you know, in all honesty, the poor guy, but like the guy who a lot of people have seen at home.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's like a 12-year-old video at this point of me doing that acting class where I had to.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was Papa, can you hear me?
Papa,
Yeah.
can you hear me?
And
So good.
the guy in there, bless his heart, was like the nicest guy, but he would talk for 20 minutes about how he remembers his father's spirit when he hears a scene, and it's like, man, that's really heartfelt, but like we gotta fucking move. Like what, you know, it's like
Short and sweet.
yeah, and so anyway.
That's nice, but this is like a community college theater. And
Yeah.
you're not the right venue for this.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean? Is yeah.
Man,
But
I
it's
felt
open to
bad.
everyone, so.
We've talked about it 1,000 times, but he gave that 25-minute speech about that, and then had you go out for the first time ever
Christ.
to represent the memory of him remembering his father who has died. And
There's
it's 30 minutes long.
There's very few things that I can watch or recall from that long ago and that are just as funny now,
Yeah.
but that is one of them.
Hey,
that,
show must
I
go
can't
on.
believe that even happened.
And not
Show
only
must
that,
go on.
but I will never, ever forget when you kill yourself because you have nothing. You're making this all up as you go.
Yeah.
You kill yourself.
Could be mildly
and
offensive
then
to the guy.
the
Yeah.
song keeps going.
Yeah.
So you come back and
It wraps up because the song goes like, oh, da, da. And then I'm like, good. I have the rope around my neck and I leave. And then you hear, but then there was. And I was back. What you don't see on camera is I was backstage going, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I hung myself on stage.
And you
So I come back to an angel shit. That was the worst
and you
thing.
kept looking at the shit.
How did he not? punch
But
you
also
in the
too,
face?
I think back like I shouldn't have fucking hung myself
No.
on stage.
No.
That was not
Oh, hey,
remotely
hey.
appropriate.
He should have never ever asked you to do that
Yeah.
without
Good.
giving you any practice or
How
anything.
old were you when you did that?
Oh, 19.
19.
Made complete sense
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
1909
Yeah.
to just go there.
And
Yeah.
I
Yikes.
have never come that close to barfing on myself laughing so hard as I did watching you. I couldn't breathe and I thought I was going to throw up all over.
And you guys got in trouble for disrupting the
Because we were laughing.
performance.
Because we were the only people who knew that Rocco had never rehearsed this or heard the song before, was just asked to do this and was doing this guy a
Fuck.
favor. And then this is what we got.
Yeah. If I
done
know
his
we
homework.
don't allow links in the chat, but if someone wants to link to that, we should link to
Yeah,
that.
link that one.
I don't remember what it was listed as behind the scenes for something, but I
It's
don't remember
one
what.
of the funniest things I've ever witnessed in my life. Like the top, funniest things I've ever been a part of. That was on the list for sure for me.
I just remember watching the footage on loop back at your apartment
Yeah,
afterwards, just like did that fucking happen?
Oh.
And that guy never came back to class
he didn't.
after
Oh,
that.
I didn't
that
know
was
that.
it.
He achieved his
because he honestly he was having difficulty. A hard thing about doing that class, it was a stage directing class. You had to have casts of people do your shit.
Right.
Like you couldn't be in your
he
own
didn't
thing.
have-
So you would have to okay, this is a scene with 8 people. You had to go out and get 8 people.
Right.
And that was the difficulty, honestly, for everybody. It was like, I don't have people who want to do this.
Right.
So I would beg Derek and Sean and whoever else, but that was it.
But that guy
And-
was like a middle-aged guy at a college campus.
yeah, and he was like, I don't know what to do. I mean, in all honesty, he was talking to the teacher just like, I want to stay in this class, but I don't know what to do. I really don't know how to continue. And the teacher was like, well, start going on Craigslist. It's like, that's not gonna. I can't get anybody to do this.
Yeah.
And so he asked me in a time of need, will
Right.
you do the scene?
Because
You were a
he was
nice
in
Because it reminds me of my father.
a video that your thing, right? Because he was doing Brad.
He did, yeah,
he
in
was
the
dancing.
Todd One thing. Yeah, he was in the background.
Well,
Yeah.
that was him.
Yeah,
that's
and
it.
I didn't think he would do anything comedic, and he proved me wrong. That was really good.
Yeah.
But anyway, but after that, yeah, I think it was just, I think that all collided
You
into
owed
something
him,
he wasn't
though,
happy
after that.
about. Yeah, and he left. Poor guy.
He mastered it.
He did master it.
But he liked it afterwards, right? He said that you did a good job. I thought he said it meant a lot to him. No.
no.
Oh.
He patted me on the back and kind of chuckled, and then never came back.
Okay.
So you could interpret that either
He
way.
loved it.
Maybe he thought it couldn't get any better.
Yeah.
I'm also
Nailed it.
thinking back to, this isn't in any video, but I think back to some of the bullshit that I pulled back in school, because I hated school, whatever, but I was there. And I remember somebody else for their presentation, you guys weren't there, it was on a separate day, but someone did a presentation where, this is so funny thinking back, but someone did a presentation where they actually made everyone think there was a fire. So they got everyone and went, guys, I'm sorry, there's a fire in the theater. Everyone has to leave right now. Everyone has to leave. And so they would have everyone go out this hallway, and then out in the parking lot, they did a scene. And I remember seeing them setting that up and thinking, as soon as they say there's a fire, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Because
And that'll be my excuse.
yeah,
And so it was like that was a long class. It was an extra long one because he had to do more.
Right.
There's more units or whatever. And I just remember them coming out, guys! And I just went out and played Metroid, and that was fucking it. And then
Oh my
I came
God.
back the next class, and they were like, Rocco, we don't have a critique for you. Yeah, I wasn't here. Why? I mean, I hear there's a fire. I leave. I drove away, and they couldn't argue it. Like, it was like, well, you should have stayed. And the teacher was just like rocking back and forth. I mean, they did. I mean, you shouldn't have said there was a fire. There wasn't a fire, and that's serious. It was awesome. Anything I could do to get out of shit.
drove away.
Yeah, I heard there was a fire. I was sitting by the exit. I had to get out.
You're safe, man.
Yeah.
I didn't take
Safety
a
first.
chance.
Didn't take a chance.
I hear you.
I hear there's a fire, I leave. That's
Yeah, Metroid's calling. I hear you.
Yeah, dude, Metroid Prime like just came out at that point, so it was a lot of
Oh
fun.
yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Dated that story.
Yeah, how'd it get so hot?
Been so hard.
It was timeless until I
the
said
sun
Metroid
is
Prime.
still out.
Dude, Sean, can we go?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
are free to go.
All right.
Your obligations are done.
Yeah. Bye.
See you guys next week.
Later, man.